I'm going to speak to a very polite man now in the London Stock Exchange. That is Ryanair's Chief Executive, Michael O'Leary. Breaking news coming in. Ryanair, they've made lots more money in the past year. 435 million up to 437 for year-on-year profits. Michael O'Leary, congratulations. Is that a planned profit or a pleasant surprise?
Good morning, sir. It's a very pleasant surprise. We've been growing rapidly across Europe as other airlines are going bust. And people keep switching to Ryanair for the low fares, the new aircraft and the on-time flights. Yeah,
so is that what you're spending it on? New aircraft? Will you spend it on bigger seats, maybe leg room, maybe a special lounge for your passengers? I mean, what do you've got
our passengers don't want to be delayed in lounges. They just want to get on board the plane and go. We are buying more aircraft for Boeing. We take delivery of another 14 prior to Christmas, which will help us grow again next year. Last week we announced we're bringing about a million extra passengers to Liverpool, Manchester and East Midlands here in the UK next summer. And more people, I think, as the economy struggles, more people keep flying. They just don't want to waste money on other airlines where they'll be delayed. They want to come to the low-fare airline that's always on time.
Yeah, but let me tell you about my bits. You see, the last time I got on one of your planes, I have my bits. I have my newspapers, my magazines, maybe I've got my iPad or whatever it is. So I get into my seat and I go to put them in that little magazine rack in front of you, you know, with the little net that you put in, and you haven't got them on your planes anymore. What happened to those?
We see we have that problem with people like you, Eamon, who are transferring down off private jets all the time, you know, the rock star lifestyle you become accustomed to. What we find is our passengers readily adapt. They hold on to the newspapers themselves. The good news is they tend to take their newspapers with them, so we have to spend less time cleaning the plane on turnarounds. We do quicker turnarounds so that we can welcome more rock stars on board Ryanair.
No, so we can't even vomit on your planes, you see, because if we go to be sick, there's not even a bag to puke into.
But you'd be so on time on such a beautiful new all-leather seat, brand new aircraft, and we'd sell you the vomit bag. But nobody gets sick on Ryanair. They're saving so much money, they just spend the time laughing. Do you have shares? Did you read about those companies that now develop these suits that you buy, and they've all got big pockets and places? So apparently you go through the airport now, and all the things that you should be supplying on the airplane, of course, we have now got to pack them into these coats and waistcoats and all that sort of thing. Do you have shares, or that would be a good company for you to start up? The funny thing is everybody thinks, oh, this is a very clever way, we're getting, break the Ryanair rules. We don't care what you wear, as long as you don't check in a bag. It's the carry-on. We're trying to get rid of the checked-on bags because that costs us a lot of money to handle. We pass on those savings in the form of lower fares to our customers, and it helps us to continue. I mean, we've had a phenomenal 6 months. 93% of all of our flights were on time this summer, which is, you know, a figure even we've never managed before. Yeah. And at an average fare of under 40 quid, which I think is why we're continuing to grow so strongly. So if you show up in a yashmak covered in books and all the rest of it, you'll still be welcome, Eamon. You'll always be welcome on board a Ryanair flight. I know. Despite the fact that you support the wrong football team.
I just so admire you because you just treat people like rubbish and they still love you for it, and you make more and more money. The meaner you are to them, the more money they spend with you. It is incredible.
But we're not, you see. I mean, you have all these business gurus saying, you know, well, we care about our passengers while they charge them high fares and delay them in airports. I was delayed on a BA flight for 2 hours last night in Dublin. But in Ryanair, we care more about passengers than any other airline. That's why we give you the lowest fares, brand new aircraft, all-leather seats and on-time flights. And that's what passengers really want. They don't want to be delayed in rubbish airports. They want to arrive at the airport, get on their plane and go. And save a bundle of money doing it.
And listen, just very, very quickly, are you tempted now with this extra money and the popularity to go long haul?
No, I think it's 2 or 3 years away yet. We still can't get any long-haul aircraft, and with the backlog of deliveries of the A380 and the 787, I think it's unlikely to see a Ryanair transatlantic for the next 3 or 4 years. I think for the next couple of years, there'll just be more and rapid growth at very low fares in Europe.
Michael, nice talking to you. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Don't know how he does it, but he has the golden touch.